Hello friends, welcome to DDR Academy. In this video, I am discussing Glasgow Coma Scale, which is a neurological assessment tool. If you like this video, subscribe the channel and press the bell button to get the notifications. Glasgow Coma Scale is a standard measure used to quantify the level of consciousness. It is an important predictor in assessing the improvement or deterioration in level of consciousness of patients with brain injury. So, it is designed to evaluate the neurological status of patients with impaired consciousness, especially after traumatic brain injury or other kinds of acute brain injury. Regarding the definition, Glasgow Coma Scale is a neurological scale that aims to give a reliable, objective way of recording the conscious state of a person for initial as well as subsequent assessment. Glasgow Coma Scale, it is used to objectively describe the extent of impaired consciousness in all types of acute medical and trauma patients. The Glasgow Coma Scale was first published in 1974 at the University of Glasgow by neurosurgery professors Graham Teasdale and Jennett. It is used as part of several ICU scoring systems. Levels of altered consciousness include lethargy, confusion, stupor, coma, and vegetative state. In lethargy, the person is oriented to time, place, and person, but very slow and sluggish in speech, mental process, and motor activities. So here the patient will be having severe drowsiness, but the patient can be aroused by moderate stimuli. Next is confusion. Here the person is disoriented with shortened attention span, difficulty in following commands, and also there is alteration in the perception of stimuli. Next is stupor. The patient is generally unresponsive, respond to vigorous and repeated stimuli, incomprehensible sounds, and eye opening may be noted. So stupor means the person is unresponsive, but he can be aroused only by vigorous physical stimulation. Next is coma. It is a state of deep sleep with absence of response to stimuli and no verbal response. So, coma is unresponsiveness from a person cannot be aroused, and the person's eye remain closed even when he is stimulated. Next is vegetative state. It is a complete loss of the ability to interact. No spontaneous or stimulus-induced arousal is there in vegetative state. Next is the components of Glasgow Coma Scale. It can be divided into three parameters: best eye response, best verbal response, and best motor response, EVM. The level of response in the components of Glasgow Coma Scale are scored from 1 for no response up to the normal value of 4 for eye response, 5 for verbal response, and 6 for motor response. Here the levels of response in each component of this Glasgow Coma Scale, it can be scored from 1, which is indicating no response in each component, and 4 is the maximum score for eye response, 5 for verbal response, and 6 is the maximum score for motor response. The total score has values between 3 and 15, 3 being the minimum score and 15 being the maximum score. Then regarding the eye response, if the eyes open spontaneously, the score is 4. If the eyes opening to verbal command, the score is 3. Eye opening to pain, the score is 2. And no eye opening, the score is 1. So first, eyes open spontaneously. That is, if the patient will be opening his or her eyes without any external stimulus, the score can be given 4. If the patient open the eyes on calling or any verbal stimulus is given, the score can be given 3. If the patient open eyes to the painful stimulus, if it is given either at the nail bed or rubbing the sternum or supraorbital pressure is given, the score can be given 2. The sternal region has just skin over the periosteum and hence it is very sensitive. And for no eye opening, that is, score is 1. Even to the painful stimulus, if there is no eye opening, the score can be given 1. So the mnemonic which we can use here is ESSPN. So E indicates eye response, S is eyes open spontaneously. So that indicates yes. Then eye opening to sound is the second yes, and P for eye opening to pain, and N for no eye opening. Next is the best verbal response. The scoring is oriented, we will give the score 5. If the patient is oriented to time, place and person. If the patient responds appropriately to the questions such as patient's name and age, where he is located and the reason, or the year, month, etc., you can give the score 5. If the patient is confused, that is not oriented but communicate coherently, then we can give the patient score of 4. Then if the patient is giving just inappropriate words, the score can be given 3. If the patient is producing incomprehensible sounds, just the only morning and all, then the score is 2. And for no verbal response, the score is 1. So here we can use the mnemonic our country win. So O for oriented, C for confused, and WIN, win. W is for words, inappropriate words, and I for incomprehensible sound, and N for no verbal response. The next is the best motor response. Here, if the patient obeys the command, we can give the score 6. If the patient is obeying the command, patient does simple things as asked, then we can give the score of 6. If the patient is localizing the pain, the score can be given 5. That is, if there is any purposeful movement towards the painful stimulus, score of 5 can be given. Withdrawal from pain. If the patient pull the parts of the body away, if any painful stimulus is there, then the score is 4. Then abnormal flexion to pain, the score is 3. That is abnormal flexion in response to pain, which can be called as decorticate posture. Then we can give the score 3. Then abnormal extension to pain, that is abnormal extension to pain is known as decerebrate response, like adduction, internal rotation of the shoulder, pronation of the forearm and all. So there we can give the score of 2. And for no motor response, the score is 1. No movement in arms or legs, we can give the score of 1. So that is regarding the best motor response. Obeys command 6, localizes pain 5, withdrawal from pain 4, abnormal flexion to pain 3, abnormal extension to pain 2, and no motor response 1. Here we can use the mnemonic can't live without fans. Can't. So C indicates commands, obeys command. L indicates localizes pain. W indicates withdrawal from pain. Then fans, F for abnormal flexion, then A for abnormal extension, and N for no motor response. Then some of the special considerations. If the patient is on tracheostomy or endotracheal tube, we can write as VT, VET and all. Tracheal intubation and severe facial or eye swelling or damage make it impossible to test the verbal and eye responses. So in these circumstances, the score is given as 1 with a modifier attached, that is E1C, where C indicates closed, or V1T, where T indicates tube. Then regarding the scoring, total score is between 3 and 15. Minimum score is 3, which indicates deep coma or brain dead state, and maximum score is 15, which indicates a fully awake patient. So it can be written as E4, M5, V6. So the total score is between 3 and 15. Regarding the interpretation of GCS, if the GCS is 8 or less than 8, it indicates severe injury. If it is between 9 to 12, if the GCS score is between 9 to 12, it can be moderate injury. And if it is between 13 to 15, when it is greater than 13, this can be considered the injury is minor. So regarding the interpretation of GCS, if the GCS is less than or equal to 8, it is considered severe injury. If it is 9 to 12, it is considered moderate injury, and if it is greater than or equal to 13, it can be considered minor injury. Then regarding the advantages, it is a scoring system. It is simple, easy to use and measurable. It identifies minor changes in the consciousness. There is high degree of inter-observer reliability. It correlates well with outcome following severe brain injury. It helps in treatment protocols and also helps in clinical decision making in critically ill patients, and it reflects the severity of traumatic brain injury. But it is having some of the disadvantages, that is, it is assessing only the level of consciousness. It is difficult to use in patients with severe orbital trauma, peri-orbital trauma, endotracheal intubation, speech disorders, spinal cord injury, and quadriparesis. So these are the disadvantages. So Glasgow Coma Scale, we discussed, it is designed to evaluate the neurological status of patients with impaired consciousness, especially after traumatic brain injury or any other kind of acute brain injury. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this video, subscribe the channel and press the bell button to get the notifications.